When the fathers got together that 4th of July day, that's when the land you're standing on became the US of A. United we will stand, but divided we fall. One nation under God says it all. Men are created equal, words written in by hand. They all stand to fight when a cry for freedom rings. Freedom isn't free, it comes with a cost. One nation under God says it all. One nation under God says it all. This whole world's changing, it's changing every day. For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Stand up everybody, stand proud and tall. One nation under God says it all.
Good evening and welcome to IITW Radio. Hello, Jolie. Good evening. Jolie's always the first one on. It is 7/9 of 2019. As always on Tuesday night is a political show. Hello, Bertie. And tonight on the air with us, as always on Tuesday nights, Mr. Greg Williams out of Jacksonville, attorney at law and badass with a stick.
Hey, how you doing? I got my Indian walking stick in honor of Pocahontas. I heard that she's no longer an Indian, so I wanted to rub it in her face. You're not an Indian, but I have an Indian stick. Pocahontas. Hey, raise my taxes.
What is that, to beat her with? Or what?
I don't know. Sorry about that. I just thought we'd get to the Pocahontas thing real quick.
That's funny as all get out. So, did you have a good 4th of July?
Yeah, it was pretty good. You know, I cooked and, I cooked out a lot. Mowed the yard. I think I got poison oak when I was doing some yard work. But other than that, I survived.
Yeah, I got to apologize to our readers for us not being on last week. I'm going through some chemo and some radiation. I've got surgery next Tuesday, so I don't know if we'll be on the air next Tuesday night. They're going to try to do it on Thursday, so hopefully we can get it done, get everything wrapped up on Thursday, and we'll be back here on Tuesday night.
I'll keep you in my prayers. You know,
well, you,
as a conservative, libertarian / Trump Republican, I do pray.
In God we trust, all others pay cash. I think that's what my doctor says too when I go there. Now I have a great doctor, Dr. Schmieder out of Jacksonville. He's up there by you, up in Orange Park.
I heard he's up there. He's doing okay. I heard some good things about him.
Yeah, him and his son. I'll give him a free shout out.
What are you going to talk about? You're going to talk about Epstein, the Clinton friend?
Go right ahead, my brother.
Epstein, all that's coming out. Boy, I saw an InfoWars thing a couple days ago, and they got all the goods. Apparently, they declassified a lot of stuff that Obama had tried. The Justice Department is covering up a lot of apparently child trafficking stuff with the Epstein. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, well,
the Obama Justice Department will go down as one of the most crooked Justice Departments ever. You know, and for them to continue to say they didn't have a scandal. Heck, what they tried to do was still an election, and what they did was about as close to treason as you can get, and that includes Mueller. You know, I'm telling you, everybody acts like this guy's a saint. He apparently was involved in the Epstein case that everybody's bitching about from 20 years ago. You know, and then apparently Bill Clinton, you know, flying around with a guy like that. I don't know, something's weird.
Yeah, before I get on that, I got to give Dale a shout out. He sent me a hat. He said, "I got this for you. You won't wear it on Tuesday." And I said, "Yeah, well, I got Greg one too." So you got a hat coming.
Can't wait.
But yo, Epstein, you know, of course he's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But if he did all the things he said he did, holy crap, child trafficking.
What was the name of his plane?
Probably a little pedophile.
The Lolita Express.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they had it painted on the side of the. I mean, I don't know. That guy's out there.
Apparently,
Hey,
the
but be
FBI
careful.
went in. Apparently, the FBI went in and raided his house and then found a vault, and he had all kinds of tapes and everything else of little kids that he was molesting and trafficking and.
Terrible stuff. And you know what? There's a lot of other government officials caught up in that. That's the thing about it, because apparently that's what they like to do: get them in their little decadent world and then blackmail them. I guess I don't know. Anyway, the deep state's getting ready to go down. Boo, deep state. I think that when all this comes out about the betrayal of the trust and about the dirty dealings of the Obama administration regarding the Clinton, regarding the Trump election, and then the whole Russian thing, that all happened under Obama, and they ignored it.
Yeah, and
Okay, because they thought Hillary was going to win.
You know,
unbelievable.
Every American, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, every American should be pissed off and concerned with what happened. I mean, you have illegal spying on an American citizen. It doesn't matter if it's Trump, or Obama, whoever it is, Joe Schmo, Tom, Dick, and Harry. If the government is spying on you, that's against our Constitution. They are not allowed to do that. And everybody and their mother should want to find out. I mean, they're going to drag Mueller in this.
It even gets worse. Not only do they spy on you, then they create false charges. Then they spend millions and millions of dollars harassing you and doing the most crooked things that makes the Department of Justice, frankly, look bad. I'm telling you, the Mueller team and how they investigate stuff, Mueller ought to be investigated. The doggone FISA warrant, the role he had in that, the role half of his team had in the insurance policy should be investigated. And thank God we've got a decent attorney general. Finally got one that has got what it takes to actually do the right thing and restore some integrity to the office of the attorney general, which has been hurting for a long time. Janet Reno, I thought, was a terrible attorney general. The last two Democratic presidents, attorney generals have been a mockery and made a mockery of justice. And finally, now we have a decent attorney general.
Well, look at what Janet Reno did. She got with Bill Clinton and said, David Koresh is a perfect example. Now, the guy was a complete nut job, but there was little kids and women, women and children in that house at the.
Before Koresh, there was the Weaver family up there in Minnesota or somewhere where they blew them all away.
Yeah, I mean,
dog. I mean, again, the government can sometimes get too heavy-handed, and the Bourne movies. Okay, we all love the Bourne movies. Well, some of that stuff's closer to the truth than you want to know. This whole clinical psychologist thing. They got programs in there right now. They probably have some sort of black op programs where they want to falsely implant memories and then erase memories and do all kinds of crazy, stupid things. And that was all the Bourne movie stuff. And I'm afraid that there's evidence that there's some of that going on right now. And if you don't believe me, just remember the Kavanaugh hearings and the accuser who specialized in her field of clinical psychology of false memories. Okay, and they actually try to implant false memories in people. It's unbelievable. And the saddest part of all is on a different scale. Through education, they're now implanting false narratives in our children's mind, in our children's head, and they're trying to rewrite history. This lady OAC is a danger. These idiot radical Dems that these people voted for, Omar and the other idiot from Minnesota. I mean, these people are dangerous. And Pelosi, in her infinite wisdom, puts them on the Defense Intelligence Committee and the Intelligence and all these sensitive committees. And these people are all Muslim Brotherhood terrorists, leftists, Antifa wannabes.
Well, AOC's giving her the political. AOC's
Antifa coming to Jacksonville, stirring stuff up. I don't see him coming to Palatka. They only go to the blue states where they can get a free pass.
AOC's giving Pelosi the political enema right now. Todd said that's why you homeschool. So let me ask you what you think about Colin Kaepernick. And the Nancy Ross whole deal on the back of the Nike shoes, is that some
Kaepernick,
BS or what?
golly. Hey, I think it says more about Nike. Frankly, if Nike cares what Colin Kaepernick thinks, nobody cares what Colin Kaepernick thinks. He was a second-rate quarterback. He was on his way out. And bottom line is to get some attention, he starts acting like he's this, that, and the other. And here's the problem with Colin Kaepernick. Very uneducated man. Every time he speaks, I'm thinking, I guess he gets all of his news from CNN, because it's like he's spewing the garbage that CNN puts out there. And that's all he does, is run that CNN, MSNBC nonsense that everybody knows is ridiculous and everybody knows it's a lie, because most of what they put out is untrue. Like the New York Times article trying to say that we're not a great country. The New York Times, man, what they should have said is they're not a great paper, and their state they live in is not a great state because of the Democrats have about ruined it. Anyway, go ahead. You got me off.
I want to know what. Okay, I got a question for old Kaepernick here. I call him Colin. I got a question for him. What's going to be next? Okay, you can boycott, tennis shoes and Betsy Ross flag. This poor gal she was the leader of women's rights. I mean, she was the one who set the flag up, the bombs bursting in airs, the whole 9 yards. It had nothing to do with race. It was about America and the freaking flag. Okay, Kaepernick. Now, what the hell? Why don't he quit wearing?
About Nike, though. It says more about Nike to give this idiot who nobody cares. I could care less about Kaepernick. I think he's a joke.
I'm sitting here watching him in his.
I watch less NFL football because of Kaepernick. Frankly, I don't like Nike products. I'm a New Balance guy. Nike, who's made a fortune off exploiting poor people all over the world, primarily the Far East, and the nerve of these guys. They're hypocrites at Nike.
Well, you know what? So Kaepernick's going to start boycotting me now.
Hey, Nike sucks, just like CNN. Nike sucks.
Well, you know what's going to happen?
Instead of the Nike swish, it should be Nike sucks.
I'm going to be in trouble because half the United States is going to have to walk around naked now. This son of a bitch is going to he's going to boycott cotton. I'm telling you what, before it's all over with, he's going to boycott. And there goes my Hanes t-shirts. What's he going to boycott next? Chicken and watermelon? Look,
he's another Democrat, okay? He'll probably run for office in California if he's smart, and he'll probably win. There you go.
Hey, did you see your buddy old Buttigieg? He said he was on TV the other day saying all cops are racist.
But okay, that guy, he's intellectually challenged. Yeah, they say he's this, that, and the other. I don't see anything but socialist garbage coming out of his mouth. Okay, he's another revisionist. All he wants to do is revise history. These guys, they've been played by Trump. The Democrats have dug such a big hole that they all look ridiculous. There's not one of them I got anything good to say about. The governor of Washington, what an idiot he is. Okay, Seattle is one of the worst cities to live in now because of all the damn homeless problems.
Oh,
they're so far left, they don't know what they're doing.
You know why I'm going to start trashing the Democratic Party up in Washington and stuff? Oh, did you see how bad they flooded this past week? I mean, the swamp is coming back up. So all the Democrats are like freaking out. But, Nancy Pelosi, here she's supposed to be for the people, by the people. And then she's making it to where if you, from Hillary Clinton, you're a deployable, or you're a Walmart shopper, if you're a Trump supporter. But did you hear what Pelosi said? Make America white again. I mean, it's Trump people, make America white again.
The Republicans are so sick of that, and I've heard it for years. And I was a Democrat. I'm a Republican, but I was ready to walk on the Republican Party. Trump, as far as I'm concerned, saved the Republican Party because, frankly, he brought perspective and he brought some balls into the job. We finally have a president with balls. Thank God for that.
What about AOC?
He's taking care of business. China will eventually come to their senses and have a good deal, or they'll suffer. They'll lose. We're ready to take it on. And if Iran screws up, there will be regime change. They can either play by the rules or they can live with the consequences of their choices. There's already a flashpoint with Great Britain right now in Iran. So, Iran is they're on thin ice. And I think that the correct course of action is to do what Trump did, and maybe there'll be another velvet uprising, except this time, maybe because we have Trump in the White House, We won't have somebody like Obama who turned his back on all the freedom-loving Iranians because he wanted to cozy up to the Muslim Brotherhood-loving Ayatollahs.
I got news for him. I want everybody to go to the Washington, D.C. You can go on their homepage and pull up the Iran agreement. You know Obama never signed that? I couldn't believe it when I pulled up.
Never got ratified.
Nope, he never put his signature on it, so that contract was no good in the first place. Anyways, let me ask you what you thought about Antifa attacking those 3 reporters the other day. Did you see that crap?
I will say this: it looked like Washington D.C. was at least, trying to stand up for freedom and order. Because Seattle, I think it was in Seattle, Washington, where they let that go on.
Portland.
It's either that or Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon, or Oregon. Well, they're both very similar in their pro-socialist, far-left Democrat ideas. Look, I'm for liberty. I'm for sensible laws. And I know that we're making some progress on areas where we had some disagreements and for criminal justice reform. All this stuff that Trump is for, and it's starting to happen. And then you get somebody like OAC that just wants to trash everybody and then votes against more aid for those poor Mexicans and illegal immigrants that are crossing the border. They're living in less conditions because they don't have the money, because Congress won't give the government the money to take care of these people. And, it really bothers me that Pelosi says, you can't ask the census question and we want to have open borders, okay? So we don't want to know how many illegals are in the country, and we want to continue to let as many in the country as they want to come, and we don't want any borders. And by the way, we think they should all vote, okay? Well, that's not the America that we grew up in. You got to earn your citizenship here, folks. Learn the language, learn our customs, learn our traditions, and learn what it is to be an American. And speak the language.
Well, this past
some command of the language.
Past week,
past
week you had the 3 journalists out in Portland, Oregon, and Antifa, however you want to say it. The damn, you know what? The KKK hides their face too, so they're wearing white. Antifa's wearing black. I don't give a crap. But they beat that guy. They threw rocks, and the mayor, who's a Democrat in Portland, made the cops stand down. Now that's some bull crap right there.
Portland is eating up on the stupid train.
Then
so is Seattle.
Then the cops send these 3 reporters across the street through the crowd where they got hit in the head with rocks. The one guy spent, Andy Nago, I think is his name. He spent 3 days in a hospital. I mean, they messed his ass up.
Yeah, it's a shame. I know.
And
it's a shame.
I'll tell you what.
That's the left.
For anything.
The left goes violent. They always go violent. First of all, they want to shut down free speech and ideas. They don't want anybody to hear about any individual liberty, any individual of initiative. And frankly, if the left had its power, had its way, there would be no Facebook.
I know.
Couldn't have done it. And the irony is Zucker's now, he's just another Democrat, wannabe socialist type guy like the rest of them. I mean, this guy earned everything in the free market and the lack of regulation. And the biggest thing that kills me about, and nobody's really talking about it, but when Obama got America out of that internet pack where we actually ran the internet for a long time. And then a year before his election, he wouldn't wait till Trump came in. He wanted to make sure he privatized the internet. And now you've got Google being an agent for China, Google being an agent for Turkey, Google being an agent for every country that they're in, because there is no free internet anymore. There's a little bit more freedom here, but we're seeing the Googles and the tweeters and the Twitters. I'm not on any of this stuff, but we're seeing it being shut down. Conservatives, they don't want conservative ideas, and they want to rewrite history. America's a great country. It's been a great country, and we have to have sensible policies, and Trump's policies are great for the country. We need a strong America. We need a sensible America. We need America that can live within its budget, and we want to take care of people.
I gotta
we
give
don't
some
want corruption run amok.
I gotta get some shout outs here real quick. Birdie and Jolie, Miss Debbie. She's one of my favorite people. Todd, Vanessa, Susan. I'll stop right there. You know, it really pissed me off about CNN when I was watching them. Here they are, and they're supposed to be reporters, right? And I mean, CNN has some decent shows on from time to time, but they sitting there taking up for Antifa. That's bullshit. I'm going to tell you what. If somebody from Antifa and I'm out covering something, if I'm up in Jacksonville when I go to cover the concerts and stuff up there, and Antifa comes at me throwing rocks and shit, guess what? I'm not going to stand around and cover my head. I won't pick some bitch up and hit them and knock their lights out.
If you can get on YouTube, there is an Antifa guy that tried to pick a fight, and it was probably a purple state, and there was some ranger, some ex-military guy, and the Antifa guy was trying to beat him up, and that ex-ranger, you know, he basically made the Antifa guy pay for his stupidity. And frankly, people need to fight back. I mean, if Antifa is going to come and act like that, then they need to be beat back. Okay, they need to be locked up. I mean, it's sad but that's a tactic of the left. But these guys are anarchists, and if they take power, all they want to do is take power. These people are like Maduro thugs. There you have it. That's Antifa's the equivalent of the Maduro military.
Well, some of them on the left, if they have their way, we will never be able to have a show. You know why? Did you see Congresswoman? You know who Congresswoman Wilson is? She's a black Democratic lady down in Florida here.
She's probably an embarrassment to the state, but go ahead.
She was on TV. I was watching her the other day, and she said that, and she's calling for anyone who makes fun of Congress to be prosecuted. Frederica Wilson.
That's funny. Congress is a joke, and they ought to be made fun of.
She said
that's hilarious.
They should be. She said they should be prosecuted for making fun. But yet she's sitting there bashing Trump and Trump supporters, calling us degenerates and everything else.
What is her name again?
Frederica Wilson.
Well, Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, there's a lot of people who think you're an idiot. I'm one of them.
Yeah, I got news for her. Congress, if you look up the word Congress, it means a group of baboons.
Most of the idiots in Congress happen to be Democrats. I cannot believe that people in California are so stupid to elect some of the most stupid, nastiest people. I saw one of the ladies that stole the Orange County seat. There was 5 of them that flipped. They were all stolen, if you ask me. But, I mean, you know, it's all bait and switch. They all run like, oh, I'll be moderate. I'll work across party lines. And as soon as they get in there, they just go to the far left. They all want to impeach. They all want to just do what's bad for the country. We don't want to be like California.
You know why?
California is turning into a real mess, and it's a shame because it's a beautiful state.
You know why? Because there's no more Democratic Party. And here's what I base my reasoning on. So watch people start freaking out when I say this.
You're saying it's a socialist party now.
Well, why was Bernie Sanders up on stage debating Democrats? He's a damn socialist. He's not a Republican. He's not a Democrat. He is a freaking socialist. Now, why did they have him up on stage if that was a Democratic debate and he's running as a freaking socialist?
The Epstein thing could be the final nail in the coffin on the Democratic Party, because apparently there's a lot of Democrats that are really immoral.
And you know, people are freaking out about.
Really super immoral. I mean, this is far worse than any of the accusations ever made against Donald Trump.
You know who cracks me up is creepy Joe Biden, but now he's flipping Joe Biden because he flips on everything he says. You know, reparations.
Hey, China East Joe Biden. China Joe.
Oh yeah, did you?
China Joe Biden.
I got the AG reports and stuff that are come in. I don't care about CNN and Fox or any of them, but I was checking out some of the reports that are coming in. Biden's about to be in a world of crap. Him and his son both. And he did that right out in public. He was not hiding it at the time.
That was a destruction of justice over there in Ukraine. I mean, he protected his son. Ukraine was right on him. They knew there was a lot of corruption there. And you know what? While Biden is our vice president, the Chinese government gives his son a $1 billion contract.
Mm-hmm.
To do essentially what was going to happen. I mean, the whole thing doesn't make any sense.
And these people that think that Kamala Harris and Pocahontas and all them are going to give them free health care and Bernie Sanders, you better take a look at what happened with Obamacare. Now, answer me this, Mr. Williams. why wasn't one congressman, if it was so great, why wasn't one Democrat or one Republican on Obamacare? Not one of them.
Because they knew it was bad. They had better coverage. See, they are the ruling class. They don't want you and I to have the coverage that they have. And frankly, that's the point. Congress should be subjected to the same laws that we have. And if they're going, they need to fix that, okay? And there's no health care reform if we don't have the same coverage Congress has.
Yep. And you watch and see.
Obama, of course, he promised that. That never happened. And he bragged about lying to the people. The Muslim Brotherhood loving former President Obama, who really, really arguably was involved in treason. Okay, that's what really bothers me the most about the whole thing. And to get a free pass.
If you go and check out,
not uphold his presidential oath at all.
You go and check out Europe. You go and check out Canada. Any place that has government-run health care, none of the Congress people there, none of the government officials, not one of them are on that type of health care. The same happened here when Obamacare came in. Not one Democrat, not one Republican, not one independent was on freaking Obamacare. You know who was on Obamacare? The poorest people around. Not one of them got good health care either.
Let me just say this. I've been on Obamacare, and I fought it. I hated the individual mandate. I find it to be much better without the individual mandate. I still have it now, even though there's no mandate, because, I just felt like I should have something. And, if they're going to, if you don't make X amount of money, you can get a little bit of a discount on your premium. But the problem with Obamacare is it never addressed cost. And I think that the president recently signed an executive order saying that the healthcare providers are going to have to start providing the cost up front. And you and I as consumers should know how much the procedures are. They should know what the range are. I mean, if the market's 20 grand and then this particular outfit wants 30 grand, well, maybe you shouldn't pay the 30 grand. Maybe you should know up front, Well,
I don't give a damn what it is. The government should not be able to tell me I have to buy this type of health care. I have to buy this type of car, this type of toaster, this type of pressure cooker. The government should not be able to tell me what I have to buy, and if I don't buy it, they're going to fine me a penalty. That's bullcrap. That really is. Whether it's government health care or whatever it is, the government, this is the damn United States of America, and they should not be able to tell me, because I like a Jeep, that I'm going to have to drive a damn Ford or a Chevy or a Dodge. They shouldn't be able to tell me that. But yet they did it with Obamacare, and if you didn't pay it, you got a penalty because it was a tax. That's illegal as hell and crooked as all get out.
Hey, here's something else that came up. Kamala Harris, who some people think should be president. She's like Obama, the female Obama, okay? Whatever, okay? And all the Obama people now are starting to work for, what her name is, Kamala, who gained her fame by sleeping with Brown over there in California, the former mayor of Oakland or something, Ron Brown. She was one of his proteges, and he was married, but that didn't stop them. I mean, they do what they want to do. There were a bunch of decadents over there in California. It is what it is. But Kamala Harris gave this big thing where she wants the government to create like this $100 billion fund or some fund to only loan money to black people. You have to be black to get a mortgage through this fund. You have to be black, okay? They cannot get around identity politics. And, all Americans should have the same ability to get mortgages, okay? And I'm all about that. But no, she wants to have a fund that only blacks can get mortgages for it, and the whole thing is the whole divisiveness of it. And we never had this until Obama came and started acting like he did. Let me tell you, Obama was such a phony, such a fraud. And I remember Biden saying, oh, well, he speaks well. Remember some of the Democrats? So they'd never seen a orator like Obama, who was a good orator. I got to give him credit for that. But Obama was just, frankly, a socialist and a Muslim Brotherhood wannabe.
Did you see
that thing? It was bad for our national defense, if you ask me.
Did you see where AOC was?
Arguably, could have been better than Bush, though. Who knows? Because I think Bush kind of sold us down the river too, in our foreign policy.
Did you see where AOC was at the border and saying it was like Nazi concentration camps? That's a bunch of crap.
AOC is unfit to be a politician. But But you know what? The people of New York are stupid enough to elect her. And you got to understand this. New York elected Hillary Clinton to be senator. The lady was from middle of, I think from Arkansas, wherever she was from. But she wasn't a New Yorker. But yet that didn't stop the New York people for electing Hillary Clinton, who wasn't even in New York, who never had New York's interests, who's always about herself and her foundation. And now they've got her clone, Gillibrand, who's another lunatic, loser, and hypocrite, like most of the Democrat Party. You've got Pelosi acting like she's a moderate now. Well, she's so far left that it's sad. But that just tells you how far left that the far left has gone. And here's what kills me. Then you get somebody on CNN or Shepard Smith saying, oh, well, the Republicans are so far right. No, the Democrats are so far left. They're trying to move the center to the left by being so far left. The center is still the center. When they go and try to pull it way left, that's not the center. Okay, that's still left. This country is what makes it go is the center. And we need to have that good 60%, 70% center that we can have a little. Some people are a little bit more conservative. You want to have your super libs, okay? And, you know, they mean well. Once in a while we get a good idea. One of the ideas that I was thinking about is on this plastics, why can't we make a biodegradable plastic? You know, when I was putting my umbrella in a plastic bag, which prevents water from being all in the courthouse, and all the plastics, which are all in our ocean and all over God's green earth, why can't we, who can put a man on the moon, make a biodegradable plastic that you could actually have water in or packaging in that's biodegradable and not so bad for the doggone?
Well, they actually can. During the Obama administration, they had a algae that was supposed to be funded. And this is all when the whole Iran thing was going on. Instead of putting money toward things that would benefit, they have an algae. They can actually make a plastic bottle out of algae that will break down. I mean, really quick. But they haven't done it yet. I mean, they made prototypes of it, but they never got off the ground.
Well, we need that. Well, that needs to come tomorrow because that would be a big, big deal. But, you know, the other thing is this, Shepard Smith, shame on you, buddy.
Oh, I can't stand that guy anymore.
He ought to be on CNN. He really ought to be a CNN or a MSNBC guy because I don't know why Fox tolerates it. In the middle of the president's speech on energy, which I was quite interested in, Shepard Smith breaks into a diatribe, cuts the president off as he's going to talk about clean air, the environmental thing the speech he gave yesterday. I was interested in it because what we're doing is we've got cleaner air than Europe. We got the cleanest air in the world, with the exception of maybe Sweden and a couple of these other lighter countries that don't, that benefit from everything that we do and everybody else does, but they don't have quite as much industry. But we have a very clean country. The air and the water quality is getting better and better and better. Yeah, there have been pockets of mismanagement. And that's got to be better. I mean, we're not perfect, but we're a lot better than most of the world. You go to London, you can barely breathe. Europe is so screwed up. They got diesel fuel powering cars. The dirty diesel. Talk about dirty coal.
Easy on the diesel now. You know I have a diesel truck.
I mean, but hey, I'm not a big fan of diesel if it's that dirty,
My truck, I keep it with all the filters on it, so it stays pretty good. Okay, you got a minute and 24 seconds. You want to give your closeout?
What? Are we running out of time?
Yeah, went by quick.
Oh my God. There's a lot going on. Okay, all I can tell you is this. The president needs the people's support, and Pelosi is going to lead the Democratic Party off the cliff. It's not just OAC. Pelosi has lost it herself. The whole party has lost it. Democrats are bad for the country. And if I was a black man, I wouldn't vote for the Democratic Party. They have kept the black man down for way too long. And that's what you heard it here from me, Greg Williams, conservative Republican, Trump supporter.
All right, Mr. Greg, we will see you hopefully next Tuesday night. I'll let you know this weekend. I'll let you know after surgery.
You feel better because I know you're great and we appreciate you.
I'm sure after my surgery on Thursday, I'll be calling you all doped up. So never mind what I'm going to say. Just be ready to bail me out of jail.
Okay, and hopefully Justice Roberts won't let the country down anymore.
I think I'm gonna get on there while they're doing it. Like, what's his name out of Texas when he had his teeth done and his haircut?
No, don't do that.
I'll
Don't do that.
I'll do a live feed Thursday while I'm getting my hand
Hey,
operated on in my
hey,
back.
Vito reminds me of a young John Kerry. He's pathetic. They're both pathetic and both clueless.
I'll go
All
trim your nose hairs and do a video of it. We'll put it up. All right, brother. We'll see you next week. Hopefully.
All right, say hello to my good friend Kamaya.
Okay. Yeah. Right. All right. Great.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
That was Greg Williams, attorney at law. If you need a good attorney, give Greg a call. He's up in Jacksonville. He will work for you. The only thing he doesn't represent is murders, and so if you commit murder, don't call him up. He's not going to help you out. But if you get busted with a little bit of pot or, I don't know. Hell, I don't know if he does theft or not. I'll have to ask him on that. But if you get in trouble and you need a good attorney to represent you, give Greg a call up there. He's in up in Jacksonville. And his number is 904-358-8180. Or you can just go to his website, go on here and look, and it'll give you the thing. He's at 355 East Monroe Street, right down in downtown Jacksonville. He will work with you, too. He's not going to put the screws to you and overcharge you. Okay, tomorrow night we have a lady coming on here at 7:30. She's going to talk about, we have a bunch of kids in Putnam County that need... it's a guardian program. Not only do a lot of these kids need to be adopted. I was in a children's home. I know what it's like to have, somebody come in and help out, and to help put you through school, or buy you a pair of tennis shoes or a pair of pants or something. But she'll be here tomorrow night to give us all the information on it. And they also need people to go out and check where, maybe some mom needs help or something, or DCF has stepped in. It was a false call or just anything like that. And it's a great program. And you guys are going to want to listen to it tomorrow night because we have a bunch of young boys and girls in this county that really, really need our help. Guys and gals, we get on here and we talk about, and you guys know that I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I still remain an independent. The most important thing is to do your research, do it the best, and then vote for the candidate that you feel is right. Doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. Just learn as much as you can and then vote what your heart tells you, not what you think about party. Parties suck. Anytime you go to a party, chances are you're going to go to jail or somebody's going to jail, especially if it's a big party. Stay away from parties. Pick the candidate for what you believe in them and not what you just, my friends voted for this one, or I'm a dumbass and I haven't educated myself. Learn the facts. Go on, read everything. Government web pages are there. Go on and read what the real facts are. Don't listen to just CNN or just Fox or MSNBC. Listen to all of them and draw your own conclusions, and then go find out what the real facts are. It's the only way this country's ever going to get better. And let me give my shout-outs to Mama B, Miss Debbie. Let's see. Oh, Tracy up at O'Reilly's. I went up there today. She got some good, they always have good parts. They always do me right. My son needed his front end fixed, and we got the parts pretty cheap. They guarantee to beat everybody else's price. Up to the stand, Satsuma. The stand in Satsuma Produce. If you need good produce, go by there and check them out. We'll be giving an update hopefully Friday night. Depends on how my surgery goes on Thursday. I'll let you guys know about Fort Gates Ferry. It's slowly, progressively moving forward. And I want to thank Tammy. Tammy says to tell all you guys and gals hi. Unfortunately, tonight, I don't know if the guy made it or not, but one of the Pomona Park residents over there that rides a bicycle got hit by a vehicle. And my son said it wasn't pretty. He actually saw the thing happen or was there as it happened. But from what I understand, the person had to be flown out. So you guys keep this person in your prayers. I'm not going to say it was a male or female. It was an older person. Keep this person in your prayers tonight. And let's see, who else? Annette and Audrey, Mr. Steve. We want to thank all you guys and gals. Thank you, Debbie, Joe Gordon. But, the whole thing is about getting together. This whole race thing is pissing me off. Just quit. Just quit. We're all Americans. We're all one person under God. Doesn't matter. Color has no preference. Just quit being racist. That's another thing somebody had written in. I'll get into this whole race crap later on. But anyways, I want to thank you guys and gals for listening. Tomorrow night, make sure you listen. And then hopefully we'll be back here on Friday night with what's pissing me off. That's when we do some crazy-ass news. We will see you guys tomorrow night at 7:30. I want to thank Chris for helping me out. Chris, put your thumb up. There's Chris. All right, we will see you guys and gals tomorrow night. Thank you, Greg, and we love you, and take care. Be careful. And this is Austin Neal, Brothers in Arms. That was Calvin O that opened up with One Nation Under God. Both great songs. Make sure you check out the advertisers and the people that support us and support the county as they scroll by and listen to this great music. These are our brothers.
Believe me or not, it's been all around the world. It's been back and forth to Georgia, Carolina a couple times. But there's that one trip that takes me back in time. On a plane ride to a foreign land, a journey had begun to a different time with my own man, watching the more dogs run, telling stories and comparing battle scars. Well, there are ways among us, brothers in arms. Back to those nights, I'm sitting there, writing letters home, to picking that old 6-string just to keep from feeling alone. Seen some tough times, some crying eyes, but never quit on me. Been through hell and back, even brought us back to where our hearts need to be. On a plane ride to a foreign land, a journey had begun. A different time with my own man, watching the more dogs run, telling stories and comparing battle scars. And there are ways among us, brothers in arms. On a plane ride to a foreign land, a journey had begun to a different time with my own man, watching the more dogs run, telling stories and comparing battle scars. Well, there are ways among us, brothers in